Hello world, and welcome to this edition of Tech on Fire with Blaze. I'm Blaze Stewart, architect at One. Today we're going to be doing an unboxing and a first hands-on experience with Project Santa Cruz, also known as Azure Percept. Hi guys, today we're going to be talking about something I recently got in the mail from Microsoft, and it's a dev kit for Project Santa Cruz, which is sitting on my desk right back here. And Project Santa Cruz is also known as Azure Percept. It's still in preview as of right now, but what this project does is it takes AI and puts it on an IoT Edge device, and then allows you to connect that up to Azure. And then what you can do with it is you can take models and deploy them to the device and have AI running on the edge within the context of a device like what we have back here on my desk, without having to ship various things back up to the cloud to have AI process them on something that might exist in something like an Azure data center. Rather, it can do it much closer to the source, which in this case would be a camera sitting on the device itself that is connected to a dev board, which has an AI processor on it, which allows me to run AI models for doing various things related to AI, such as image recognition or various things related to voice, etc. There's a lot of use cases for this thing, but what I'm going to be interested in is using it for a project I've had rolling around in my head for a while that allows me to use AI to recognize bird species. Now, I've got this idea. I haven't really done a whole lot of work on it other than some kicking the tires early on, but I think that this device will do what I want it to. So I'm going to be working on this project kind of on the side and doing some videos on it as I make progress on it over the next several weeks. So to get you up to speed on what IoT Edge is, or really what edge computing looks like, imagine I have on-premise something that looks like this, where I have devices that are running in my on-premise environment. These are just devices that are collecting data, maybe a thermostat, a camera, it could be a microphone, it could be some kind of fire detection or smoke detection or something like that. They're just collecting data, and you could connect those devices directly up to the internet and have data just going out of the device directly up to the internet. And there's some cases where that might be acceptable. In some cases, it's not, though. And what you need is something to stand in between the device and the cloud. And some of the reasons why you might want to have that proxy is for local context. Maybe there is a device that is doing smoke detection, and you need to be able to make a decision to deploy fire suppress it very quickly, rather than having to wait for something to go up to the cloud and come back down. And it might not even get there if there is a fire present, because the connection might be severed because of the fire itself. So you need to be able to make that decision quickly. IoT Edge allows you to do that. So what you have then is an IoT Edge device deployed on premise with all these devices connected to it, and you can store and forward messages to the cloud, but you can also deploy logic to that and have it do things like respond to events in a local context, but it can also do things like filtering and massaging data. And sometimes what it can also do is secure devices that aren't inherently secure. So if they don't support a protocol that is secure enough to connect to the cloud, you can use this local context to connect to the device, get data off of it, then repackage it in another message format, and then send it securely over the internet up to the cloud. So once you have that IoT Edge device deployed, it basically is an extension of the cloud into that local context. So you can command that IoT Edge from Azure, and then by way of commanding that IoT Edge in Azure, you can then connect to the devices as well. And that IoT Edge has extensibility mostly through Docker containers that you can run in that local context. But what Project Santa Cruz is trying to do is extend this idea by adding some additional computational power to that IoT Edge by way of AI. So basically what they've done is they've taken this idea of IoT Edge and then extended it by putting a neural processor inside of the IoT Edge, along with a Linux-based operating system and the IoT Edge suite that Microsoft provides, and gives you a package that then you can deploy in your environment, and then have not only the extensibility of that IoT Edge running there, but also have the ability to run AI models in addition to that. So this entire ecosystem gives you a lot of compute power on the edge, but it also gives you the full power of Azure as well. So it kind of gives you the best of both worlds in this context. So here's the package that came in the mail. It's a very nice setup, and I'm going to first get the welcome card off and take a look at that. And it's just got some information about some online documentation as well as some of the passwords for the Wi-Fi and that kind of thing. So I'm just going to set that aside and get the accessory box that has all the cables in it. Then I'm going to get the actual device out. From left to right, we have the dev board, the camera, and the microphones. So here I've got it flipped over and I'm going to put some antennae on it. And so just going to screw those in, which is pretty straightforward to do. Nothing real fancy there. It comes with two antennae. It does work with both 5G and 2.4G networks for connecting. Next, we're going to plug in the power adapter, which is a little bit hard to get to if you don't want to take it apart. You just gotta have to slide that adapter in and then plug it in. It can only go in one way, and once you get in that, it slides in really nicely. And then we're going to connect up the microphones here with USB. It's micro USB to a Type A, and then you can just plug that into one of the ports on the side of the device. And then there is USB-C for plugging in the camera. So it's got a USB port on one side of the camera, and then there's a USB-C on the actual dev board itself, and you can plug that in. And then lastly, once you have that plugged done, just insert your power and then power it up, and you're good to go. Once the hardware is set up, you're going to connect to the built-in access point on the actual dev board. What you do is just go to your Wi-Fi settings and find the access point there, and then punch in the password that's on the welcome card. And then it will launch a wizard at 10.1.1:4242. And if you've got a new version, you just use port 80. And so you can get a picture, a welcome screen like this. And this is a fairly straightforward setup process. First thing you're going to do is connect the device to your Wi-Fi, but it'll remain connected to your actual device. And then it will connect your device up to your Wi-Fi, so you can have both connected here. And then once you have that working, you can then go through the license agreement, agree to that, and then you will then come to a login screen to set your SSH login. You can disregard that and skip over it. This is going to give you a code, and it's going to do a device login through Azure AD. So you need to copy that code and then click go to Azure and then punch that code in, and you're going to log in with whatever credentials you're going to be using for this particular dev board. And I'm going to log into one of my dev subscriptions here, and then I'm going to punch in my password. And you might have to do some two-factor auth or whatever you might have turned on for your subscriptions. But in any case, it's basically going to log your device in, and then you should be able to use that device up with Azure. So the next step will be to actually register your device with Azure, but you first need to create an Azure IoT Hub. So it's going to ask me to create an Azure IoT Hub, and then I'm going to pick a subscription here. It's just going to pre-populate that with some of the subscription data that I have. I'm going to choose one of these that I have on my MSDM subscriptions that I have a couple of, and I'm going to create a resource group. Well, it's Santa Cruz. And that is then going to create a resource group, but I'm going to choose a region. I'm going to choose East US 2, and then I'm going to give the IoT Hub a new name, and I'll call it Blaze-Santa Cruz, because it needs the IoT Hub to make this work. So Blaze-Santa Cruz, I'm just going to use a standard tier for mine. Standard S1 should be fine for this, so that would be a S1. So I think it's $25 a month or something like that for the subscription, which should be fine within the budgets of my MSDN subscription. Once you have that, you can click create, and it will go. It will launch a deployment on Azure, and then you can come back whenever that's finished. So once your deployment is finished, what you'll want to do then is click on register. What this is going to do is ask you to put in a name for your IoT Edge instance. So I'm going to put in Birdwatcher Pro for mine, and that is then going to register my device up with Azure. And so that will take a few minutes to finalize. So you just be patient and wait for it to be finished. It might take anywhere between 2 and 10 minutes, depending on the speed of Azure at that time. Now, once that's done, there's a couple of things you can do. You can click on preview video output, or you can go over the Azure portal. If I clicked on preview video output, that's just going to show me what my camera is currently seeing. It's just streaming the video from it. And then I think I'm going to throw up a peace sign here in just a second in that screen. So the light's not very good in here, but there's the shadow of my hand throwing a peace sign. That's just a preview of the camera looking up at my ceiling right now. So I know that it's working. I can see that everything is connected up. Everything's, streaming through the device back to my device. Then I'm going to go over to the Azure portal here, and we're going to poke around here. There's a lot of things you can do here. This is basically the place where you're going to deploy models and do things like that from. And we're going to get deeper into this as we go through a couple of video series. This is where I'm going to attempt to work with and just get to know this, and hopefully show you a couple of the things that you can do with this. And so you can do a lot of fun stuff, building models and that kind of stuff with Azure IoT. And this is where it's going to happen. So this is just a very quick walkthrough of how to set up a device, and hopefully we'll get you started on your Azure Santa Cruz, Azure Percept dev kit when you get yours. If you like this content, please consider visiting us online at www.wintellect.com, and there you can find about services that Wintellect offers, including training and consulting services. Also, please consider subscribing to this channel by clicking on the subscribe button and clicking the bell icon to get notifications when new content becomes available, and also comment down below. You can also follow me on Twitter at @TheOneMule, and also follow Wintellect on Twitter at WintellectNow or at Wintellect. We are constantly posting things about Azure-related technologies and things related to software development. You can also reach us by email at consulting@wintellect.com. Until next time, thank you.